Yo, what it dooski, Teddy Bruschi? What's the deal, Shaquille O'Neal? What's the word, Larry Bird? It's your boy Reactions, man. Remo's Reaction TV. We back with another one. My fault. I've been going for a couple days, but you know what I'm saying? We back, man. Just trying to get life, life be lifing, y'all. You know how it works. But yeah, the stage is set. Before we get anything started, man, let's get a praise to the Most High for another day. And if I was y'all, I'd do the same thing too. You heard me? But with no further ado, man, everything we do is for entertainment and educational purposes. I do not own this content, man. Believe it belongs to Poetic Flacco. You know? And he's with No Jumper. So this be no, so you make sure you go over there, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put the hot sauce on the chicken and all that. This one I gotta get my meal prepared. Make sure we put the hot sauce on the content. You feel me? Cause I just been analyzing stuff, man. It's getting diabolical, man. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, please and thank you. We're on the road to 5K, 10K. We're gonna spike it up to 100K. I meant to say 50K. You feel me? But yeah, man. We outside, man. I love y'all. Let's get this bitch popping, man. We ain't got no rap. Let's go.
Documented more in this video, but 607 Unc fits in perfectly at No Jumper because he has a master class on how to create controlled conflict, which is why his interviews are really good. And when he interviews people, it's really good. He has a very unique way of creating conflict, however, resolving the conflict before it goes too far. He does it in his interviews a lot. Now, some may say it's the expectation of being a troll because he presents as a troll, even though he's really a street dude from St. Louis. He was really about that life. However, he presents as a troll. So even if you get upset for a quick second over something he said about you, you kind of have to check yourself, man, am I tripping? He a troll, he don't mean. That's how he gets you. You start second guessing yourself, and before you could get over the first clip form, he hits you with another clip form. He has a doctoral degree in clip forming, by the way. Shout out to this brother. Right. One of the most educated clip formers I've ever seen. He knows how to get the clip. But I feel like where things may be taking a turn and where 607 Unc may be getting himself in a whole lot more trouble than he's expecting to get himself into is he's always been able to create controlled chaos and then leave. He hasn't really dealt with creating controlled chaos within his home, where he's based at, where he has to stay at, where people have access to him. This is a new territory for
Introducing the Highboy Max Pro electric scooter, where power and versatility meet in an exhilarating
territory for
Hey, yo, listen, hold up, one second. Flacco, it sounds like you trying to line him up again. He was the first one to escape the No Jumper back door. And you set that up. And it sounds like you're doing another one, Poetic Flacco. You gotta relax. You gotta relax. Bro, relax.
Making fun of gangbanging and gang members and gang culture has been a big part of 607 Unc's shtick. And I thoroughly enjoy it when he does because it's hilarious. However, that shtick can be problematic where you now have to move to gangland to work for No Jumper.
Yeah, I'm from St. Louis on PD. Fight floor.
Hey, you in a new gang?
Yeah, I'm Serrano. I've been Mexican. I'm Migo. I'm amigo. Shut up, I'm amigo.
Somebody, you joined the new ones?
Well, I left a gang.
You left one? Which one you left?
I left the 60s.
You did?
Yeah, they snitching over there too much. I left the 60s.
You did?
Yeah, they snitching over there too much. I left the 60s.
You did?
Yeah, they snitching over there too much.
They kicked you
out? No, they just kicked me out. I left them out. So I'm saying they was getting hit in the Paducah.
Stop lying.
What's up, mama? Over there, they was getting ass cash.
You saw it happen?
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, gotta think about it. I'm from the Illuminati, so I see everything. But I can die. I can die Gang, I'm GDBD Vice Lord. I'm from the church. You're not GD. Come on, mama. No, you're not. I just told you I got my stamp from the Greens. You can't get your stamp. Gang, I got a stamp from the Greens, and that's in Chicago. Then I gotta be there. So who stamped you for the Greens? I told you, Fruit Loop is daddy a gentleman. So is you GD? I'm GDBD Vice Lord.
It's hilarious. I mean, the gimmick and the shtick is one of the more amusing things to come out of gangland or gang content as of lately, bruh. Because I'll be real, bruh. Like, the gang, bro, after you hear or Blood.
Yo, it's not. Listen, it's not funny. It's not funny. Like, because you gotta think, there's people out there that really feel disrespected about what bro's saying. And the fact that you, Flocko, you hyping this shit, you putting this shit on there because you got a major platform, dude. And yeah, it's just content. Reaction, man. Hit that subscribe button.
On the dead homies enough times, it starts boring you, bro. Right, bro? I can't even tap into a gang podcast no more, bro. Right, bro? I tap into a random gang podcast. On the dead homies, I say, But 607 does the gang content in a funny and amusing way. However, you can say these things when you're in and out, right? Like, you could disrespect the Rolling 60s if you are not really good at...
That sounds like, to me, that out of all the no jumper niggas, you had the most momentum. And now that folks coming along, he doing the most numbers out of all y'all niggas. So it sounds like hate, Flocko. But who am I?
In LA, if you can just come for an interview and leave, then you can say these things, right? You can imply they're snitches. But when you have to be in LA, when you have to be at a building that probably everybody in LA knows, when you have to be publicly accessible, then things like that, talking about specific gangs, that can come back and get you. Now, the one thing he does have going for him, one of, I guess, his biggest moniker is GDBD Vice Lords. LA don't really have GDBDs or Vice Lord, so he could still do that. But when you mix up that with
the fact that you putting a highlight on shit, bro, like you gaslighting some shit. Flocko, you playing a funny ass game, bro. For real. It sounds like you hating on bro, cause he doing way more numbers than you, ain't gonna lie.
Other gang stuff, talking about the Crips and the Bloods, you're gonna get yourself in a world of trouble. Now, I don't think he cares, which is why I love him, right? This man don't give a damn. Shout out to 607 Unk, man. And you could tell from his first No Jumper official podcast appearance that this was going to be a rough meshing with other gangbangers who are currently on the No Jumper roster.
No matter where you go, California, y'all watch this. California Crips, they police Crip. Like I'm pretty like, they police Crip. They police Crip. That's what I mean, right?
You got to give it up to this man, man. He's a master clip farmer. And understand this. This is where he's special at.
Are you looking to watch Blue Film videos? I recently came across an incredible app that lets you watch...
Hit that over there. Hit that like button.
He got the benefit of the doubt in this situation because it's the expectation of a troll. But this man understands what he's doing. He's been gangbanging for 40 years, bro. This man understands that putting police next to a gang is a no-go, no matter what context of that. This man understands that when he says California Crips or police Crips, he knows what that means. However, he leaves the plausible deniability. So if they start tripping a little too hard, he say, no, I meant they police other Crips. And this where selective politicking starts happening, bro. All right? Because a lot of these dudes who love to do reaction channels, who love to react to Mad No Jumper, they know to fall in line. All right?
Nah.
If it was anybody else, they would have been, nah, cut, I'm coming up there, cut. Nah, bro, we got... But they know who to do that foolishness with. Unk appears to be a troll, but Unk ain't really a troll. He has a well-documented history in the streets. He's not a buster. So when these other buster reaction channels, right, who are quote unquote big gangbangers, they know not to really trip a little too hard selective politicking because they understand, bro, Unc would take their head off if they try to play that. It's kind of crazy when you look at how the moral compass of a lot of these gangbanging dudes work. When it's somebody they can't really get a read on, when it's somebody who's a wild card, they all of a sudden have a full working understanding of the English dictionary. All of a sudden, they're empaths. They have a full understanding. They got compassion. They give the benefit of the doubt. But when it's somebody they think they could probably out-muscle or out-gangbang or out-politic, then all of a sudden, ain't no understanding, cuz. Nah, cuz he played with the set, cuz. Ain't no understanding, cuz. On the dead homie, cuz. Hey, bro, I'm coming up there, cuz. I need mines. Then all of a sudden it's busters and I need mines. Y'all don't need nothing? Because y'all don't think y'all could out-tough or out-bully this man? Oh,
this nigga's crazy.
That's how it works, huh? That's how it works. 607 Unc is...
Hold up. My fault, y'all. This nigga Flacco, he's diabolical. Yo, Flacco. From Remo's reactions to Poetic Flacco, you gotta relax. Yeah, it's a must that you calm down, beloved. You're doing way too much out here. We'll catch up.
Realizing this too. He probably didn't realize it until he moved there. Now he understands, okay, they selective politic. But I think Unc may have made a very big mistake when he brought the trolling to somebody who don't selective politic. Somebody who would really give you everything you asking for, which is Munchie B. But we will touch on exactly what mistake he made with Munchie B that I think is probably going to cost him his life if we're being honest here. And before y'all start with the poll...
Yo, for one, don't ever say costing his life, or even if you believe it. Because if something happened to that man, you're going to be implementing Flacco. Because your words, you got a like button, man.
These accusations. No, I'm not saying Munchie B is going to smoke 607 Unc because of the altercation they had on No Jumper in the second episode. But we'll get to exactly why I think 607 Unc life is in dire danger shortly. During his first official episode of the No Jumper show after being hired by No Jumper, Unc did something very skillful. He really and fully put on display his advanced knowledge of nuanced gang culture. And I think doing so, he proves, okay, he's really like that. He's not a poser. And so at the very least, that's going to put the clout chasers at bay. So if he does indeed have issues, it's going to be the issues that he provoked with the dudes who are really about it.
You and little eyes, bro. But in the penitentiary scene, that's how it go. Like, you get out there, oh man, you ain't really no Crip. You don't come from California. How's that? Hey, that's Crips in the feds. Yeah, in the feds. No, now you understand what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Now you understand what I'm talking about. That's your biggest. That's your biggest excuse not to get on Crip count and to push our hometown. I was there 044 count when I was there. Bro, nigga, ain't nobody about to push up on no man. Who Crip in there? If a Crip in there, see you out of town Crip, and you pushing how you supposed to push, a nigga gonna respect you. But listen, bro, when you do time at, nigga turn to
Greenville. I did time at Greenville. I did time everywhere. Terry Hut. Terry Hut. Greenville medium high, yes.
Nigga, I said medium. Everybody medium high. Nigga, ain't no bullshit ass.
I'm just saying, I done been in the penitentiary, okay? I've been penitentiary too. But you get what I'm saying? You get my point, though? You get my...
Do you see how black folks get so passionate discussing absolutely nothing? Do you see the level of passion, the varicose veins popping up on both of their foreheads as they discuss cripping in the penitentiary? As they discuss absolute nonsense like cripping in the penitentiary. Do you see how passionate they get, bruh?
Nah, it ain't just cripping, dog. It's gang banging. Period. 607 Unc is probably like 45, 46. But the thing is, overall, what's the point that's being proven? Right? Are y'all niggas on here to glorify gangbanging? To glorify the pen? Going to jail? sleeping around nothing but men. So what's the overall goal that was trying to be achieved around here? That's what we gotta ask ourselves, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and let them finish, man. Hit that like button.
They could have probably talked about this for 3 hours straight. Because this means a lot to them, bro. Now, ask them about taxes and the economy. Ask them about immigration. Ask them about foreign policy. Ask them about domestic relations. Ask them about the war in Iran. Man, that got nothing to do with me. So, this right here is the downfall of black folks, bro. We care too much about absolute nothing about malarkey, bro. Buffoonery. But in this conversation, I think did a great job at proving he's not a poser, he's not a buster. He is really from the life. He's really from the streets.
Sure.
Now, he did a wonderful job as sort of pushing the line in his first appearance, but not really going overboard. I think he did one thing.
Hey, Flacco, you acting like you some type of motherfucking like you're doing a study on what he's doing, his content over there, and like you're like, what do you think you're doing, bro? The thing is, 607 Unk is a talk of No Jumper, and you're like kind of fading a little bit. You still making your content, you still doing numbers, but he's moving you around.
That was kind of hilarious. He went to the knee of the other guy called Ant. He did some type of homosexual ritual on Ant. Now, Ant kind of laughed it off because he kind of viewed 607 Unk as a troll and not a threat. But doing things like this on the first show, pushing the line but not really going too far, I guess, gave him a lot of brownie points with the audience. So because he was able to get away with stuff like this, he came back for the second episode looking to get away with more. What I believe started the madness last night that had a lot of people talking today, that got a lot of people in a very bad spot and created a lot of conflict and issues, is I believe when Munchie B began to question 607 Unk about the authenticity of his crippin'. Munchie is somebody who's born and raised in LA, don't really know too much about Unk in St. Louis, so I think he was just curious. But as he's asking, Unk is now feeling like he got to prove he's a real gangbanger.
I gotta put the you gotta go no lens
real gangbanger.
I'm every crib.
How the Hoovers feel.
They do feel like that when they meet me. I'm a different type of Hoover.
Until I get Gumby on your ass. I'm gonna hit a Gumby about
They gonna meet me, tell them to pull up.
Don't tell them that you're a 6-0 Hoover, though.
I'm a real crib gang. I'm a full crib. You see my blue flag gang? I don't play no game.
I gotta call Gumby about
I'm all the way
your ass.
crib. Listen, what's the problem? Why you gotta separate the crib?
Hey, look. My boy Trigger Bird been speaking out.
You can't separate my crib.
The Hoovers, bro. He got a lot to say. I think you should have him up here, Adam.
But you can't separate my crib.
Who is he?
He from Hoover. And he's seen to be the spokesman for the Hoovers at this time.
Is he the one who said that he wants to put Hawk off the hood?
Right. Not to. He said he needs to...
Listen, no California...
Look. Trigger Bird is a real Hoover. I was in the county jail with him. At one point, he be pushing the line. He's not a buster.
See how they do it.
And look. And he's not going to approve of this 607 shit.
See how they do it. Nobody in California going to approve of it. That's why I'm on some St. Louis gang shit, gang. That's why I told you.
What
St. Louis. I'm 607 Hoover, gang.
They're going to put the pipe in your mouth and make you actually make sense and not be able to get away with all this crazy talk.
What makes sense is I'm a Crip, I spread love. They don't want love, they don't need to be around me then. Because I ain't spreading hate. I got love to the Bloods too. I'm Blood too.
They're going to shoot you.
They gonna say
I'm Blood too, right? So everybody knows this.
Practice when you're
I'm the first one you seen like this, gang. Listen, I made it in Chicago, GDBD Vice Lord. I'm going to make it in LA, Crip Blood. Pyru, everything.
Hey, if you got 6-0 on your name, you for sure not a Blood.
They gonna love me, gang. They gonna love me, gang. Listen, my 6-0 don't mean your 6-0. Listen, gang.
Hey, look, I'm mature. I sit across from Brick Baby doing interviews and shit. My homie's not with that shit.
And with what? Me being a whole gangster, me spreading love around
you
churches.
You gangster all you want, but you ain't gonna be no 607 gangster.
I'm a 607 gangster, gang. I ain't gonna change my name. And I love California and I love Crips.
But you're not gonna associate your shit with
gang, listen, if I got Hoover on my body, what that mean?
That mean you from Hoover. You really associating with
Oh, he does.
If I got Hoover on my body, what that mean? What that mean?
You were playing dress
What
up?
that mean? What that mean?
You were playing dress
What
up.
that mean?
Hey, Lush.
What that mean?
Take a picture of that Hoover tat for me and send it to me.
Yeah, what that mean?
You going on Instagram? I'm gonna tag you.
Oh, you tagged me for? I'm a real gangster.
No, take a picture because the Hoover's going to holler at you.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna be honest with you, gang. I'm Love. I am the full Crip. I am Jesus of the gangsters, gang. There's a lot of people don't know. I'm Jesus of the gangsters.
We're hanging from a cross.
So everybody understand I'm Jesus of the gangsters, and I'm everything. I come for all the gangs. I come for all the...
Repping the 6-0s as well as repping that arch nemesis Hoover, and then you allegedly have a Hoover tattoo tatted on you. Listen, man, what could go wrong? Also, too, though, this interaction, like, a lot of people may have missed, right? Like, some of, like, the things that took place in the crevices of the conversation in the pockets that only a trained eye like me could spy, okay? See, I'm well-versed on all things Iggas, okay? I grew up around Iggas, man.
Yo, I grew up around Iggas and you lied about where you came from, dog. You said you was from Idaho or wherever the fuck in Nebraska, come to find out you a pathological liar. I fuck with your content, but come on, bro. No one believe that bullshit you're talking about. I mean, like, as far as just, I know niggas and this, that, and the third. Like, yeah, you've been around motherfuckers in private school or out in the outskirts of Philly. You ain't been in the trenches, cousin. Let's keep it real. Reactions.
Entire life, I'm an Igga myself. So I understand different things that takes place in different nuances that really can be explained by an untrained eye. Like, this conversation, I'll see this conversation as like a big D test in front of Adam. Adam is a white man, so Adam don't really understand why a lot of conflict arises when you invite multiple Iggas around. Because when Iggas come around, the objective is to prove to the white man that I'm more tough than this other Igga. So 607 he now has to go overboard to prove to Adam that he's really gangster. He do the trolling stuff, but he's really gangster because he wants to prove to Adam, I gotta be the head Igga in charge. Adam is naive to all of this, by the way.
No, because you think that he thinks that he has to be the head Igga in charge. That's what you think, Flacco. You gotta relax, beloved. Whatever you do, you gotta relax. Because the more and more you speak, it started to seem like more and more hate. Like folks taking your shine over at No Jumper. Wait till they bring Remo up in No Jumper. It's gonna be the real Remo, not that other Remo. Check the credentials. You're not credentials, but I ain't nigga know what my channel is. But Flacco, you gotta chill, bro. You know, everybody knows it's entertainment. Sure, it gets serious when you start talking that gangbanging shit. I don't gangbang. Never did, never will. It's niggas that's 40, 50 plus still banging. And I don't understand it. Reactions.
Adam thinks, hey, bruh, I'm giving opportunities to everybody. We can all just podcast. But what Adam don't understand, which I got to call him and let him know, Iggas, when they are around white men, they compete for the white man's validation. 607 Unc right now, he want to be the head Igga in charge. So when Munchie B starts questioning the Crippin', 607 Unc let Munchie B know he really about that Crippin'. So what proceeds to happen next? Well, not immediately afterwards, but sometime down the line in the same interview, 607 Unc proceeded to diss Munchie B and his affiliates in front of Adam to let Adam know that he's the head Igga in charge.
Because y'all really fade. Y'all been training y'all whole life to fade. Don't play with me. All y'all do is push up and muscles and shit. Hey, I ain't fighting you niggas.
One fair person.
How's it fair when you've been training to fight your whole life?
Young Ander's a fair dude.
But how's the fight?
You'll go over there and he'll be like, man, give him a head up. You run across
everybody in California. Bottom is small, top is big as hell. Come on, guys, stop playing with me. Everybody in California. They ready. They on their front yard.
Everybody in California skips leg day.
Pushing up pipes, gang like this, ready to squabble.
No. You and Luck, if you pull up in A-Trays.
I ain't with all that.
Young gang, he'll make sure you get a fair one. I don't know about the rest of the niggas.
St. Louis ain't no fair. Gang, we from St. Louis, gang. We pulling up from Backdoor City. I'm going to play like it's good, and I'm pulling back up with the switch. That's how we do it. Say I'm not playing a game. I'm gonna play like they gonna say you ain't from Hoover. I'm gonna say damn right I'm not from Hoover.
Okay, so simple question: are you going to tell 4Extra that you have Hoover tattooed?
Depending on how I feel. If I feel like I got the up, let me tell you how I go. If I feel like I got the ups, yeah, I'm gonna say I'm from Hoover. If I feel like I don't got the ups, I'm gonna say I'm not from Hoover.
You don't got the ups.
I'm gonna slide back on it later. I'm from St. Louis. Nigga, I'm a Caliber.
Bald head man gonna pack you out.
I don't even follow 4Extras.
Anybody gonna pack me out?
Hoes that do, I'm gonna have them DM this Hoover tat.
Come on, I'm straight Hoover.
Listen,
I'm Hoover slide remover.
What?
Hoover slide remover.
Hey, bro, watch your mouth.
I forgot.
You forgot what?
I forgot. I didn't know you was blood. I forgot, gang. So I'm mama.
No, don't let this content shit go.
No, I forgot you was blood. Listen, I forgot you was blood for real.
You gotta watch out.
No, I thought you was blood. I forgot he was blood. I know he was no blood. I don't want to get my ass.
Yeah, but you shouldn't say that even if he's not around.
No,
that's a bad one.
Hey, bro. See, people let these characters go too far, bro.
Yeah, I apologize. I said sorry. It was an accident. On real shit, no content. But that's when you give me the character Crip that we used to say back in the day. So when you raise that kind of, you gotta understand. I'm a Crip for real. So you bring it out of me. That's what happened. But I apologize though, because I ain't that right now. I'm everything. But that's just a past shit.
I think it means something.
We used to say that.
Different out there. Type
no, it don't mean. Nigga, that mean the same shit across the globe, but like.
But if I apologize, it should be over, right?
Yeah, but this is
that's sincere apology.
No, I understand, but you shouldn't be dissing nobody.
No, I ain't trying to.
Listen, 607 Unc said a derogatory term for Bloods in front of Munchie B, who's one of the most famous Bloods on the West Coast. And for anyone who thinks he did that by accident, you're out of your mind, and you probably don't understand Iggas. All right. Iggas cannot coexist in harmony under white supervision. That just been the law of the land for I don't know how long, bruh. Think about any dynamic, rather is a...
Yo, I'm gonna end this right now, y'all. And you know, that's just crazy, man. Like, Flacco don't like 607. He found a way to get at him. You feel me? Way to add hot sauce to the chicken, make his name on fire because he blowing up on Adam 22. I just feel like it's hate from Flacco, but he was out of pocket with the Hoover slide remover. That was crazy. You know, that's just diabolical. Get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, man. For real. You know, voice your opinion. And, you know, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this joint for me, man. We try and go up. And you know, I appreciate y'all support and love, man. We out, man. Reactions, man. Stop playing.